Anybody here ever been robbed? Anybody ever been robbed? Now, some people may think being robbed is, going to sleep, leaving the door open on your Kia, your Kia Protege. I don't know what you got. Mazda Protege, Kia Pass. I don't know. Left the door locked on your car, and some kids or something came by testing locks. They got in your car. They fumbled through your glove compartment, and they got that sweet pair of Ray-Ban Wayfarers out of your glove compartment. Took them, along with your AirPod case. What you gonna do without the AirPods, man? You got the AirPods case and left me with the AirPods. Now I gotta go buy a new case. Now those things may be aggravating, but those are not called robberies. Those are called thefts. A robbery is when somebody walks up to you and puts a gun in your face and says, check it in, partner. Your money or your life, fool. Run the jewels. Run your pockets. Now, being a victim of that, I know the difference. I say all that to say, Nina Turner didn't get a theft. A theft didn't occur to Nina Turner in Ohio. She got robbed. That's right. She was robbed, Johnson. Not only was Nina Turner robbed, the people of Ohio were robbed. There's some naysayers out there, mostly jealous, who will tell you that Nina Turner got too arrogant. She was looking down her nose. She was counting her chickens before they were hatched. She got too sexy for her dress. She got too full of herself. There are people out there who will say dumb shit. They know nothing. They read nothing. They research nothing. It's hate talking. Nina Turner ran a very good race. She had an excellent campaign team. They did a great job. Okay? I was there. If you weren't in Cleveland, shh. You don't get to speak because you didn't bother to bring your ass out there. Now, I'm not talking to the average voter. I'm talking about people who do this for a living. Those people with money, some people making millions of dollars commentating from this chair, sitting on their ass in places like California, New Jersey, and other places, who couldn't even be bothered to get their ass to pry their butt cheeks from their pole position seats down to Ohio to find out what was going on, but will gladly run their punk lily white asses, and some brown ones, to a microphone to have a lot to say about what took place in a place they didn't go, with people they didn't meet, in a neighborhood they've never stepped toe in, about a situation they know nothing about. Hello, somebody. What I'm trying to tell you is that Nina Turner was robbed. Period, point blank. Now, Tim Black, how can you say she was robbed? In what way was she robbed? Well, there's this thing called campaign donations. It's this thing called super PACs. It's this thing called lies. False allegations, lies and smears, claims of anti-Semitism, claims of not supporting Medicare for all. That sounds familiar, don't it? Doesn't it sound familiar? Because some people on the so-called left were saying that shit too. Just like the smears that we heard in Cleveland. It's ironic that they're saying the same thing. Put a pin in that. We'll get back to that. Nina Turner was robbed because organizations like The Third Way dropped $500,000 in the last month of the race in the form of flyers and lying pamphlets with no time for Nina Turner and her campaign to respond. Nina Turner, her campaign raised a lot of money, but it was one block of money used the entire time. So we're looking at $5 million. Nina Turner announced her candidacy back in December. December 15th, Bernie Sanders in 2020. endorsing Nina Turner publicly on Twitter. That's how long Nina Turner's been running. That's how long she's been in this race. You wouldn't know that by the coverage that she received from so-called independent media. But once again, we're going to come back to that. The point is this. An organization like the Third Way dropped $500,000. An organization called the DMFI dropped another $2 million in the last 30 days of the race. Chantel Brown herself raised a couple of $1 million. So now we have a situation where Nina Turner was outspent. They was bombarding. Look, if you didn't come to Cleveland, you don't know this. If you weren't in Cleveland, shh. You cannot cut on the TV, cut on the radio station, watch local cable news. You couldn't drive down the street without seeing a billboard, a flyer, at a bus stop, a telephone pole, or a stripper pole that didn't have Nina Turner doesn't like Medicare for all. Nina Turner doesn't like a $15 minimum wage. Nina Turner doesn't like Israel. Nina Turner is horrible. That's the propaganda that was everywhere. And you can swim in it. Swim in it. She was robbed, ladies and gentlemen. Robbed. Why? How'd she lose a 35-point lead? I don't know. I bet it had something to do with the money. And she still only lost by 5 points. 5 points. 5 points. James Clyburn came down and campaigned for her. Hillary Clinton threw her name in the hat. The CBC PAC came out and supported her. Chantel Brown. All these assholes came out and supported Chantel Brown. I'ma say it. All the deadwood in the Democratic Party came out and supported Chantel Brown. The relics, the people that are our class enemies came out to support her. Well, Tim, I don't understand. Go deeper, Tim. Explain it. Now, I want to pause right here because this is where the narratives get jacked up, folks. This is where it gets tricky because people don't understand what we're up against. There are organizations who were intent. Their focus was to stop Nina. This was an anyone but Nina race. They were going to run negative ads against Nina no matter who was running. Just so happened Chantel Brown was the beneficiary. It could have been anyone. Now, whoever puckered their lips up the sweetest for the money, that's probably who they went to. But they just took anyone other than Nina. She's the only one who said Palestinians deserve to live. Oh, no! You can't say that. Stop everything. Oh, no, you can't say that. Now, I want to clear up something so nobody calls up here with stupid ideas who don't know, who didn't go to Cleveland. Let me tell you something, folks. Nina Turner won black voters. A lot of black voters. She did not do poorly with black voters. She did very well with black voters. She won the vote in Cleveland. Black voters, working class voters and black voters in Cleveland, she won that vote. Of the 9 Akron cities, she won 5, lost 4, and never lost more than by 1 or 2 points in any of those cities. The wards, they're called wards. She won working class voters. Working class white voters and working class black voters, respectfully. You know where she didn't do so well? Upper middle class white people, well-to-do white people. That's where she didn't do so well. Ironically, that's also where she had a problem with here, on Twitter and YouTube and in the independent media world. When I say upper middle class, I'm talking about the commentators. I'm talking about those people who campaigns against her. But once again, we're going to come back to that. I'm coming for that ass tonight. Dress light. Wear your fighting shoes. Have your Vaseline ready, girl. You're going to need to grease up because we're about to get into that ass tonight. Now, affluent neighborhoods didn't go for Nina Turner. Affluent neighborhoods like Beechwood, University Heights, Cleveland Heights, Pepper Pike, Shakers Heights. We're only talking 5,000 votes, but there were almost 2,000 votes differential in Beechwood alone. One neighborhood, one affluent neighborhood, I think the average income is $190,000. Those are the people who don't care if we maintain status quo. I mean, don't care to change status quo. Status quo is working like a motherfucker for them. They're good. They're good. They're good with status quo. Them your Biden supporters. They're good. They don't need to change nothing. What you need to get radical for? I'm good. I'm doing well. Don't change this shit. I'm winning. So before you fix your mouth to call up and say, why don't black people get this or why don't they get that? They voted for her. Okay? Working class black people and working class white people voted for Nina Turner. She did very well in that regard. Check the Jacobin Mag article on this as a reference. Tomorrow, when I put this video out, I'll have a link to that in the description. They had a bombardment achieving full spectrum dominance across TV, radio, YouTube, social media, mailboxes, signage throughout June and July into August. Folks, they flooded everything. All negative. Nothing talking about what Chantel's gonna do. Why, guys? Because Chantel ain't gonna do shit. It wasn't that type of race when you talk about what she's gonna do. My name's Chantel, and I'm not gonna do nothing. But I need your vote, so just push that button. And they said, who cares? As long as it's not the mean black one who talks angry, who wants to upset things. Give us the other one, the shorter one, the lighter one. We may not talk about that later. It depends on how I feel. Right-wing Democratic majority for Israel alone spent $2 million on ads, mostly attacking Nina, making no mention of Israel. Combined with $500,000 from corporate AstroTurf Group, Third Way, funds poured in to crush Nina Turner, closing in on $3 million. So when you hear people say, stupid people, no, not stupid, when you hear liars like Dr. Jason Johnson write shitty-ass op-eds that wouldn't be fit to cover the bottom of your birdcage, talking about Nina Turner had all this money and she wasted it, he's not counting all the money that Chantel Brown had from PACs and the dark money that ran on her behalf. Not talking to him. He doesn't even mention that money. Because to him, it's all fair. Scumbag, stay out of my inbox. And no, I'm not going to kiss your ass. Or be your friend. Fuck off. So, when I say Nina Turner got robbed, that's what I mean. She got robbed by the establishment. They did what they do. They coalesced around a milquetoast politician who's gonna do nothing for the people. That's exactly what they do. And don't blame the people. Well, how can I say this? It's in a special election, which are notoriously low to begin with. The turnout in special elections, hold up, elections are notoriously low. So let's get this right. There was nothing else on the ballot to make people come out except this election. So we all know sometimes people vote because they're already in the booth, then they vote for something because maybe fill out some boxes. That's not the case in a special election. There's nothing else there. This is also an open primary, meaning Republicans who were pissed at Nina for saying that Palestinians are people too, we shouldn't just kill them, they could switch and vote against Nina Turner, which they did. So it was like the perfect storm. It was a dark night. Nina's walking to her car alone. And the robber appears in the shadows. She was robbed. Now, those are the people that robbed her. We know their names. We know what they stand for. We know who they are. Third Way, DMFI. Very clear, very plain. Hillary Clyburn. Stephen. Okay? Now, as much as I don't like robbers, I detest them. I gotta say, they have boldness on their side. There's something bold about coming up to somebody, sticking a gun in their face, and them seeing who you are, and then taking your stuff, telling you to run your pockets. That's a very bold way to do things. I mean, people can identify you. They can get the drop on you later. They know who you are. They can always catch you slipping and come back and retaliate. That's the thing that could happen. As much as we detest robbers, you got to say, hey, it takes some guts to be a robber. Then we had the sleazeballs. Yeah, these are sleazeballs who were breaking your car and steal all your shit. Breaking your home when you're not there and clear your house out. Leave no trace. Sleep in your bed. Piss in your refrigerator. Eat your food. You know? That's the next group of people. You know, people who would say, hey, I'm not voting for any Democrats. I don't care who the Democrat is, even if that Democrat is far superior than this horrible milquetoast neoliberal who's not going to do anything for the people of Akron. Did you know that 40% of the little black kids in Akron live beneath the poverty line? Of course, they don't live in areas like Beechwood and University Heights and Shaker Heights and Piker Heights or whatever the hell. They live in poor sections near Euclid and whatnot. Okay? Poor parts of Cleveland. Cleveland, the largest poor city of its size in the country. Life expectancy is distorted. Like, poor people living 20 years less than the affluent section of Cleveland. Get what I'm saying? These people did not support Nina Turner because on principle. Remember that time she didn't say Medicare for all, she said universal. So obviously, we can't vote for her. I don't like what she wore that day. Are those new rims or glasses on her face? I can't vote for her. Fuck the kids. She's not running as a party that don't exist. That's not on the ballot yet. She didn't leave behind the Democrats to run for a party that has no party. Can you imagine being that fucked up? That you would not vote for someone who could help the poor people of Akron who did vote for her, who did support her, not help. You sitting on millions of dollars or whatever the hell, you doing good. You're not going to help a campaign defeat a milquetoast neoliberal because you disappointed these people didn't do what you want them to do. You say this person need to win. She might do what these people did. So I'm not going to vote for Nina. I'm not going to support Nina because I don't want to help somebody who might not do what I want them to do. Meanwhile, there's black people catching hell. Catching hell right now while your punk ass is nice and cool chilling in your AC. Can you imagine being that fucking selfish? That you think the way to start your movement is by shitting on somebody you supported just a year ago? Because some loudmouth, failed-ass, fucked-up comedian and his dizzy wife, Jimmy Dore, and his dizzy wife said, I'm not giving Nina any of my hard-earned money. We naming names tonight. Don't throw rocks and hide your hands, punk ass. You did it. It worked. She lost. Take your credit. Take your motherfucking credit. Own it. Like I told Tommy Lauren, own your shit. And are you cowards afraid to call him out? Own your shit too. You're cowardly. His viewers might not watch my videos. People might unsubscribe. Go fuck yourself. This is bigger than your YouTube channel. This is our movement. These are the black people that I met in Akron and Cleveland who are now stuck with Chantel Brown because your fucking leader, your corny leader, your weirdo neoliberal KKK dog whisperer follower, Jim Roganites, Tucker Carlson, ass kissing, massage giving, lap dance giving, fucking losers. Told you to. Told you that Nina Turner wasn't good enough. Told you you should not donate to a campaign for the person, the obvious choice. No one is perfect, but Jesus Christ. She's running against Lucifer's female, and she's running against the neoliberal. They won't do anything for us. Nothing at all for us. Nothing, zero. How dare you stand in the gap, say you care. I think you're a bunch of losers and racists and assholes. That's what I think. I think you believe that it's okay that people catch hell because you're not catching hell. You think your way out of catching hell is to dismantle a movement you didn't start. To come in and knock over dishes in the china shop. To stop Nina Turner from becoming a congressperson, as if that helps us. You have this stupid logic that if the people suffer enough, if enough people die, maybe they'll leave the Democrats. The problem is people gonna die while you're seeing this exercise. It's the most asinine, illogical, inhumane thing to do, and it's being done by well-to-do and the ignorant. And tonight, what we need to do is draw a line in the sand and say, not today, go that way, get the fuck out, you're not wanted, we are done with you, it's over, kick rocks. And that goes for Brianna Joy Gray, too, who went down to Ohio just to gloat through her new individuals, and she pretends to understand the pro-blacks while she does simulcasting for the Hill and looks down her nose at poor people. You don't have to retweet me. I don't want your retweet, sister. I want you out the way, and take your funny clown comedian with you. Go on the Joe Rogan show. You can't get a job doing nothing else except shitting on the true left, shitting on us, and then pretending to be our friends. I don't need your retweets. I don't need your fake hellos. I saw you in Ohio. My mom still lives here, so I'm just here because I was just in the neighborhood, being cool with the bros and the sisters and the hoes, you know how I do. Shut up and get the fuck back on the next thing smoking, back to DC and hang out with your corny friends and do your Bad Faith podcast in Bad Faith, a perfect name. We are calling all names tonight. No more punk shit. I have more respect for someone who pulls out a knife or a gun and robs me, not someone who pretends to be your friend and stabs you in your back. Movement for a People's Party should change its name to White People's Party. Movement for a People's Party ain't even a party, it's a get-together. Movement for a People's Party ain't a party, it's a gathering of losers. Now, it's one thing to build a movement slowly. We're talking about a 10-year, 20-year program, 20, 30, 40, 50-year program. That is an endeavor that may take decades. My kids ain't got decades, motherfucker. We need help now. We need solutions now. We have to take what we can get now. We have to fight for what we get. Have the courage to say more. Oh, who that sound like? To ask for more, to demand more. But we can't just do nothing. Because you're all good. You're all good, so we could just do nothing. No, we can't afford to do nothing. My kids can't afford to do nothing, Johnson. My kids, my grandbabies can't afford, not for me, for daddy, for pop, not to fight for everything that we can get now. And as well as we fight, build, as we do, we have to do both because people have to live meanwhile. Chantel Brown sat back while people died in the Cleveland prison system and said nothing. Can you see Nina Turner doing that? Do you understand people that died in Cleveland right now in Ohio because of Chantel Brown's inaction? She never stood up for anything except a paycheck. And you think it's okay and there were people cheering. For Chantel Brown. Because to them, this is the way to get people away from the Democrats. So what if we gotta lose a few people? So what if some people gotta die? So what if some people gotta live in poverty? So what if people have horrible representation? So what, so what, so what? No, so what to you, and fuck off and get out of our movement and take your shit with you. Tell your friends I said fuck you and two people that look like you. Take your corny jokes, take your fake ass appreciation for us and stop pretending like you give a fuck about black people. Do you not know the east side of Cleveland is 90% black? There are more than half of them are struggling to get their bills paid, and you throw them under the bus to prove a point about forced to vote? Force your ass out the door. Get out. Leave. Leave, be gone, don't come back. We don't fucking need you. Take Brianna Joy, Savage Joy, and all your other joys and Almond Joy and shove it up your ass and leave that way. And take the people's, you ain't the people's party. How can you have a party? How can you start a revolution not even having the guts to put a black agenda on the books, bitch? You can start a party with any demands you want. And you aim, instead of aiming for the stars, you aim from the dirt in front of you, and then you want to get people excited. Fuck you, Nick Bronner, and get my name off your fucking website before I come take it down and tell your daddy I said so. Mama's boy. See, I don't play games. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to lead a movement which you are incapable of doing. If you love black people at all, you would understand what the fuck I'm saying about what's happening in Ohio. How dare you fault somebody who ain't even in office for the failings of someone else, your perception of someone else's failings who she ain't related to, dated to, married to, or don't even really fucking know. How dare you undermine? Now, it's one thing not to check in, not to donate, not to volunteer, not to get off your ass and fly down and help, not to be of assistance. It's a whole nother thing to talk against it. I mean, it takes a vermin. It takes a low-life piece of garbage. It takes the shit. You know what? You not the sludge just at the bottom of the can that hasn't been dumped in 2 and 3 months outside behind the carry-out at the Chinese restaurant. You are the sludge, the grime, and the detritus underneath the can. When you lift the can, you're that shit underneath the can that's embedded, that's cratered beneath the can, between that and the mud and the sediment. That's you. To shit on and vocally say to your followers on your platform not to support Nina Turner. You are a horrible individual. May a plague come visit your home. You are disgusting. You are degenerate. You are a loser. You are a racist piece of garbage. You and your fucking friends gotta go. There's the door. This movement ain't for you. It's for us. You don't want it, get the fuck gone. And that goes for anybody who supports that walking piece of vomit. That vomit with the ability to speak. That loser with the ability to speak. That turncoat, that backstabber. It's better to have an enemy that slaps you in the face than a friend that stabs you in the back. You are not a friend, but you pretended to be a friend. I said it's better to have an enemy slap you in the face than have an enemy that stabs you in the back. At least if you get slapped in the face, you know what you're dealing with. I respect that. I respect that. And stop using Cornel West as camouflage for your white neoliberal bullshit ways, your phony ass neoliberal tendencies, your bullshit ass libertarian ideal set, your race, your class above race mindset, your class reductionist bullshit. Stop using Cornel West for protection. He ain't gonna save you. He agree with me. We gotta do what? We gotta do both things at one time. We gotta walk and chew gum at the same time. We were all out there in the sun while you sat at home. And I'm not just talking about Jimmy Dore, but I am talking about Jimmy Dore. Fuck him and fuck his friends and fuck his subscribers and anybody else who follows that piece of shit. Now, there are others who deserve the wrath of Tim Black, Like David Packman, who wouldn't even say Nina Turner's name until the battle was over. What the fuck kind of a neoliberal bullshit is that? How the fuck? You're worse than Jimmy Dore, David Packman, because at least Jimmy Dore would stand behind this bullshit. Your punk ass, how could you not follow and report upon this fucking candidacy and then have something to say like we give a fuck what you think, milquetoast boy? Huh? First time he talked about Nina Turner was after the race was over. Then he wants to talk about what should have happened. What should have happened was Tim Black had your subscriber base instead of you having it. That's what should happen. You can get the fuck out. You can go do whatever you do. Play soccer, volleyball, make espressos, drink expensive cocktails with your pinky out in your rich enclaves. While I get down to mobilizing people from shit that matters. You fucking lazy, white privileged asshole. Kyle, what the fuck's your problem? What the fuck's your problem, Kyle? What good are you, Kyle Kalinske? Mr. I'ma spray in the middle. I'ma stay in the middle. Fucking tightrope walking. I thought Cornel West and Miss Tracy, I thought they had a podcast about the Trina. They had a podcast about the tightrope. Motherfucker, you walk a tightrope every time you open your mouth. You so afraid to offend people. Fuck offending people. People are dying, you corny fuckhead. Worried about offending people and losing subscribers? You rich bastard! Cut me a check so I can be your mouthpiece. And these cowards wouldn't even support me who's doing the work, me who's speaking truth to power. Instead, they'll hide their hand, act scared, be a coward, and play both sides. Well, I got a problem. I say they should support Nina Turner. Is that right? But if you don't support her, I get that too because, I get when people don't support her because, they got things. And I get the MPP, even though a third party doesn't seem viable. But, we still got to support, we got to go, we can get right now, and we got two ways to look at this, and there's another way to look at this, and then boom! Your fucking head should explode from all the double talk and cowardly shit. So just, hey, look, and Kyle, just because you can use the F-bomb here or there, don't make you hard, bro. Don't make you passionate. Only thing you're passionate about is keeping that subscriber count up. That's it. You ain't crystal ball. Okay? Okay? That's it. That's all it's about. Let's keep it 100, guys. These people wouldn't fight for you. They wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. They ain't gonna go to the mat for you. They're not gonna fight for you. They're gonna watch you die, step over your body, and go about having brunch. They're liberal brunch motherfuckers. Limousine liberals. Liberals. Uber Max. Libertarians. That's what the fuck they are. They are in the way. They gotta go. It's long overdue. Somebody should have said it. I'm saying it. I'm saying it today. You get the fuck out of our movement. Go that away. If Kyle Kalinske said reparations, he'd bite his tongue in half. He'd have to have his stomach pumped if he said black agenda. The ceiling of his condo would cave in on his head if he said racial equality, racial equity. If you said critical race theory, lightning would strike his ass in his sleep. You understand what I'm saying? These people are not on my side. They are not my friends. They are not my allies. They need to be in an alley with the garbage. People don't understand. This is serious. This shit is not a game. It's one thing not to support someone. It's another thing to lie, to pretend, and to not give a fuck about people catching hell, and to use flimsy excuses. Just say, I want to start my new little party, and I don't give a shit about nobody else. Fine. Keep our name out your mouth, keep our politics out your mouth, and take you and your friends over there somewhere else. Because what we need, folks, and I need people to start standing up. Stand up to the bullshit. If you agree that this has gone long enough, that the toxic left, this garbage, these people not left, man, they left us long ago. This ain't a breakup. You've been hoeing around. We're not a couple. We're not together. Okay? So don't come at me with the Tim, it's being divisive. You have to be together to be divided. They haven't been with us for a very long time. You have come home and you find your mate in the arms of another, bumping ugly faces. You are witnessing that. Recognize that's what's going on. He's not there to fix the chandelier. He's fixing something else. Okay? Wake up and smell the coffee, Johnson. It's over. It's a wrap. I'm just officially giving closure to what these people are too cowardly to do. Kyle, you are a punk ass. Get the fuck out the way. You ain't gonna fight for us. Cut your subscribers in half. Give me some of them and go the fuck that way. I'll do the fighting for us, okay? Never send a corny white dude to do his job of an old black man. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? I probably only got a few years left. What the fuck? Get out the way. I got this. Go have a seat. You're the young white guy who needs the old black guy to tell you what to do. Tell you to sit down as I get it done. Okay? David Pacmans of the world, we don't need them either. They take up space right next to the other neoliberals who are afraid to talk about real shit, who are afraid to call out Jimmy Dore. I respect those who call him out. But we gotta go further than that. You should have been talking about this race. Don't tell me none of your subscribers are in Ohio. That doesn't matter. Ink is fucking ink. A Google search is a Google search. Sam Cedar. Don't tell me, oh, we didn't have to cover it because I doubt that anybody who watches my show even lives in Ohio. Bitch, that's not for you to decide. Are you a fighter for the people or not, Sam? Sam, are you a fighter for the people or not? Don't double speak me. Don't rationalize your disinvolvement, your disengagement, your ignorance, your lack of solidarity with us. Own it. These assholes were calling for Nina Turner to lose. And it's only right I call them assholes. And I call for them to get the fuck out of town. To get the hell off outside of Twitter, outside of YouTube, and out of our comment sections. This is bigger than Nina Turner. This is about us. This is about our movement. This is about the possibility of doing what we could do with what we have at the very moment. Because the dire straits that we are in right now, we cannot wait. The average black family is only worth 10% of the average white family. I'm sorry, but we can't wait, Jimmy Dore. I'm sorry, we can't wait for you and Nick Bronner to take some spit, some glue, and a couple of popsicle sticks and make a party. We can't wait, okay? We have to use what we got now. Black people are dying 1.4 times the rate of white people right now under COVID. We can't wait for us to have people to fight. We need to fight now. You understand? We can't clear everybody out and just wait for your party to build momentum to maybe run somebody at some point in time. We got to work with what we have now. That's what we have to do. I know you don't give a fuck about that because that's not your reality, but it's the reality of my cousins, okay? There are people in my family who I love who are in those predicaments, in these situations. So I know what that's like. That's where I come from. That's who I am. You understand? I'm blue collar all the way. So I understand these situations, not knowing what bills are going to be paid, not knowing if we're going to keep the lights on, not knowing if the AC is going to work, not being able to get the car up. Like, that's my reality. Walk into the grocery store. Who walked to a grocery store? Was happy as hell you bumped into somebody with a car to give you a ride? Who went to the grocery store with a list of groceries to get and had to put shit back? Who's visited a pawn shop? Who shopped at thrift stores? Who had holes in his shoes and holes in his socks? This is the reality of where we are. We can't wait on you. We can't wait for the perfect scenario. This is America, bitch. Ain't no perfect scenarios. We're trying to get the better. You in the way. You in the fucking way. And you are not only in the way, you are directly opposing. You are vocally opposing us. No. Now there might be a lot of punk ass people scared of you. I ain't scared of y'all, man. I ain't scared of y'all. None of y'all. At all. I said some harsh words here. I said some of you are racist, and I stand by it. I do believe you are racist. Because if you're voting against black kids in Akron and poor black kids in Cleveland because you want to prove a point to some white folks in California, whatever the fuck you live at, that you ain't going for the Democrats, that means you're a racist because you do not value their lives, and you are no better. And the biggest rub of all this is, the real reason, like the main reason Nina Turner lost is because she stuck up for Palestinians. The same thing that you wanted her to do, she did. She lost, and you didn't help her. She had the guts to stick up for Palestinians, so they ran a freight train at her ass, and you abandoned her for it. You abandoned her for it. Because she didn't run under your fake-ass moniker. You should be ashamed of yourself, and worse than that, the people that support you should be ashamed supporting you. I want to shame your supporters for supporting the likes of you. Now look, guys, I'm almost through, but let me say this though. I'm not suggesting, I don't know for a fact if Nina Turner would have won. If Jimmy Dores of the world, and Steph Zamaros of the world, and Breonna Joy wasn't a fake-ass friend, stop pretending that you down with black people. Cut the shit. Cut the fucking shit, okay? You ain't down with our issues. You're not down with our struggle. You look for every reason not to be down. Shout out to the Reset Race podcast. Fuck out of here. Who you fooling, Breonna Joy? I look in your eyes. Every time I look in your eyes, I see a white girl who don't know what the fuck is going on. Acting like you don't understand the plight of black people. Talking about it theoretical. This is real shit, girl. Fuck's you talking about? This is serious. This is life or death, girl. Hell is wrong with you? You're supposed to be a grown-ass woman. Understand this shit. Stop acting like you don't understand. Well, stop pretending to understand and just say you need education. Careerist. Hey, folks, I'm not saying with a certainty that this would have been won. I can't come to you and say definitely that if it wasn't for Breonna Joy, Jimmy Dores, Steph Zamaro, David Packman not covering this race until it's over, Sam Cedar pitching in late talking about, oh, if I covered it, well, nobody who watches my show even lives in Ohio. Kyle grew a backbone. If fucking Crystal Ball and Saga wasn't such a backstabbing bunch of whatever the fuck. Like, I'm not saying with any certainty, right, if the movement for a white people's party, I'm not saying if the white supremacist party take my name off your website or I'm going to have more for you. We're just getting started. Delete my likeness. I supported you before you were fucking insane, okay? You little tyrant. Martian. Delete that shit. I'm not saying, folks, seriously. Get a little angry, okay? A little angry. These motherfuckers like to throw rocks and hide their hand, then act like they didn't throw rocks, then act like I don't know what I'm talking about, then act like now, why is Tim angry? Why is he upset? Because you are in the way of our movement. Go home. Let me get this out. I'm not saying that I'm sure that Nina Turner would have won if these people would have played ball with us or just shut the fuck up. You could always just shut the fuck up. You don't have to. No one is demanding that anyone have to, but if you're going to put yourself out as this person, be that person. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's possible it wouldn't have worked. But here's the thing, guys. We're supposed to lose together. We're supposed to lose together. Look, guys. We're supposed to lose together or win together. That's how it's supposed to work. You think if there was an MPP candidate that was for reparations, for ending the racial wealth gap, was also for Medicare for all, also for a livable wage, $15 The bare minimum, 21, 22, that's what we really for. Ending the wars, ending mass incarceration, wiping out student debt. You think I wouldn't support that person? Fuck yeah, I support that person. I would be like, what, she's not a Democrat? I'm not a Democrat, dumbass. And if that person won, we'd win together. And if they lost, we'd lose together. But you don't give us that same respect. You never know if a candidate's going to keep their word. That's why there's term limits, and that's why there's elections. You never know if someone's going to do the thing they said they're going to do. You get a chance to vote them out and get rid of them. But you don't say, because that person didn't do what I wanted them to do, this person who I don't know if they're going to do what I do, I'm not supporting this person because this... No, that's not how this works at all. It never works that way in anything else. Imagine running a football team. We say, well, we would get a new running back, but we had a running back one time, and that running back didn't run so well, so now we don't run running backs. I'd be like, get your ass out of our fucking league. You're fucking insane and stupid. Get out. Imagine a baseball club that didn't have a catcher. Well, we had a catcher once, but that catcher didn't catch the way we wanted, so we just stopped supporting catchers. Yeah, we'll play without catchers. Yeah. Get your nutty ass off the field. Just get out. Get out of our league. Get out. No, when the guy you put in doesn't play the position, you pull them out. You don't pull out other people who didn't play the position yet. You play them, and if they don't play the position well, you fire them or trade them. You don't tell your people to never have another person play the position. That's fucking stupid. It's illogical. It's dumb. And it's something only privileged people who ain't got shit to worry about will come up with. Because either you're fucking stupid, ignorant as hell. I mean, you gotta be really fucking brain dead. You gotta have Slurpees for brains. You gotta have no brain cells. You got a dead battery for brain cells. Serious, real talk. Or you are a con man or woman, an operative, an op. We're supposed to lose together. You motherfuckers want to burn down the building with us still in the building. You want to burn down the building, leave the building, and as you leave, throw a match and burn down the building while we're still in the building. That shit is not cool, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's not cool. That's not revolution. It's murder. That's not the way forward. It's backwards. You understand what I'm saying? I want to implore everybody from the sound of my voice who can hear my side of my voice. I'm not doing this for fun. This has been a long time coming. My only regret is that I did not do this sooner. I should have done this way sooner. When Renee and Joy hit me up about the Movement for People's Party, I should have jumped on board then. Well, I'm jumping on board now. It stops now. Fuck off. You're cancer. It's time to cut you out. You're the enemy. Game over, bitch. Time to go. Pack your shit. Let's go. We don't have room for you. This is too serious. This is our lives. This is not just my life, man. My life's almost over, man. I had my day in the sun. We're talking about my kid's life. We're talking about my grandbaby's life. I'll fight you to the death for that. Something tells me you ain't down for that fight. Because I don't care how many people I lose. You got to fucking go. It's a wrap. Last thing. And I don't mean, look, Brianna Joy Gray, she sent out something, and I will put it on the screen, but I'm not going to post her shit. Let me just say this. Hey, look, man. Emma Vigeland and I, we've never had a conversation. I don't know Emma. I'm not here to say I support Emma Vigeland, because I'm not co-signing anybody. But it was very interesting when she was calling out these people that were happy about Nina Turner losing. And Brianna Joy Gray jumped into it and said, now, she wasn't tagged. She just likes to grandstand like she's speaking for someone. She says, this helps a lot. Right now is the time for us to stand together, and you want to do this negative stuff. We should stand together. No! No, Brianna. The time to stand together was back in December when Nina Turner announced her candidacy. You know, back when you were on a podcast with Sam Cedar and you were like, what good would Nina do? What good would she be? If she won, she's just one more person. What's the big deal? Yeah, that's the time, Brianna Joy Gray, when you should have been like, hey, we should come together. See, it's real convenient now that you helped tank Nina, you petty, vindictive, soulless bat. Now you want to say, we should all come together. No, kick it, stay with Jimmy. Stay with Jimmy, stay over there. Stay with airhead Jimmy and his politics of hate and anger with no real solutions. His vacuous one-liners, his failed Las Vegas one-liner bullshit, no setup, jokes, that corny shit, okay? Stay over there with that bullshit, okay? Don't come here with us talking about we need to unite now. No, the time to unite would have been when Nina started running. What happened on the Bernie campaign, Brianna? It broke your spirit. You didn't get enough screen time. Sold your soul to Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore's not a good person to be aligned with. Be for the people or be nowhere. I think that's pretty much it. It's time to draw a line in the sand, ladies and gentlemen. We have to draw a line in the sand. We have to say enough is enough. It's okay to say that. Enough is enough. Enough of Jimmy doing his antics. Enough of this forced to vote nonsense. It's over. It's done. Enough of this destroy, burn down the building with us in it. Enough of that. We vote policy over party. That includes your party, Nick. We vote people over party. That includes your party, Steph. Because this ain't just about me. And don't come at me like you're just beating up on Brianna. I'm beating up on Jimmy, Brianna, David Packman, Kyle Kalinske, Steph, all of them, and more. Name people. Throw them in. I don't give a fuck. It's bigger than them. They are all, look, I'm the poorest one. Fuck you, okay? They're good. Their lives is good. Their lives are not going to materially change because Tim said mean things about them on a YouTube video. Cut this shit. I haven't looked at the comments section because I don't want to be thrown off by the occasional doorbell or whatever the fuck, whatever we're calling it these days. It's time to draw a line in the sand, folks. That's all I'm saying. And since it seems like it's never going to be drawn, I know there are people who want me to do this. Kyle, you know you want me to do this. You don't like that I called you out and insulted you, but you know this guy got to go. You know this. You know it's got to go. Come on, man. You guys got fat while everybody else starved. Okay? There's others I know. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to bring you into it. But I know you feel the same way. Or close enough. Yeah, I'm in the vicinity of where a lot of people feel that do this, you know, who commentate, they just don't want the smoke. Well, I'm stupid like that. I want the smoke because they got to go. I was in Cleveland. I was there. I was there for a week, almost a week. I looked at Nina Turner's father's eyes. I talked to her sisters and her brothers. I saw the people. I knew what was at stake. I covered this thing from the bell to the bell. I knew the horrible politics of Chantel Brown. I'm intimately acquainted with it. The kickbacks. The shameful audacity. Dr. Cornel West says there's going to be a price to pay for those who speak truth. They have to bear the cross. It's going to be a price to pay. And I realized that and I accept it. I knew the job was dangerous when I took it, Johnson. Okay, we're going to go to break and come right back to phone calls. I'm Tim Black, real Tim Black. Say what you want, spell the name correctly. Send all your hate mail to your mama's house at TimBlackTV.com. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. 2 hours later. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, Tim. My name is Darren.
Hey, what's up, Dan? What's on your mind, brother?
I want to talk about Jimmy Dore.
What about him, bro?
I'm sorry?
What's your question, Dan? What's up, brother?
I saw a video with him at a Medicare for All rally.
Okay.
About a week ago. Talking about, like, he was talking about, like, where's CNN, where's AOC, where's Bernie Sanders, and he said even though Cori Bush was at the rally, he said she left later on, and stuff like that, and what do you think? What do you think about that?
Oh, okay, Dan. Well, give it up for Dan with a question that's easy to answer. Give it up for Dan. That's an easy question, man. I thought you was gonna ask me some shit I had to think about. Man, let me be clear about how I feel about Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore is a gaslighting imbecile. Okay, that's what he is. He's self-serving. That's what he is. There are people who have done immensely more for Medicare for All than Jimmy Dore. That he's now questioning if they support something that they've been fighting for before when Jimmy Dore was just telling jokes and doing coke off of a stripper's boots in Las Vegas. That's what I think. That's what I think about Jimmy Dore. When him and Steph were doing one room comedy shows of 50 people and smoked out bars, Bernie Sanders was talking about Medicare for All and fighting for union workers. When Jimmy Dore was still taking TYT money for a fucking decade, then he caught religion and says, oh no, TYT is horrible. Yeah, after you stack cash. How you gonna work for somebody for 10 years and then talk shit about how corrupted they were? But they weren't corrupted when you worked there, though. They got money in 2016. You didn't leave till 2019, right? So, man, this is a bunch of hypocrites and people just running around following a guy who says anything. So what you threw a Medicare for All rally, man? So what? It's a lot of rallies. No one's obligated to go to your fucking rally, and no one's obligated to come on your fucking channel. He's a petty dude with an ego as big as the Capitol. He's also a pain in the ass. But yeah, that's an easy question to answer, man. You know, anything that I do is not done to say, hey, I do this, and I'm the best person that's ever been. I'm the greatest person because I gave this speech that time. Motherfucker, that's nothing that we do, let me speak for myself. Nothing that I do will come close to what my ancestors have done and the sacrifices that they have made. Now, don't get me wrong, I try to do my thing. But the reality is, my ancestors died gruesome, inhumane deaths for what they believed in. So it's the epitome of arrogance. The epitome of arrogance to be, I have done this thing, and I am someone, and people need to listen to me. I'm angry. I'm a blah, 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 and all that shit. That is so performative and stupid. It's just asinine, and it's time he leaves. Be gone. That's it, man. I'm going to go to the next call, man. Thank you, Dan, for giving me the opportunity, because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity here, an opportunity to dispel all myths, to clear it up. No, look, Kyle, take notes. This is how you leave no gray area. This is how you talk when you are a leader. Leaders lead. They run the risk of losing people. Oh, no. You run the risk of alienating people who don't agree with you anyway. Oh, no. This is how it's done. Stand for something or get the fuck out. Grown folks got shit to get done here. We don't have time to play around. All right, let me go to the next call. Thanks for holding 214. You are live. What's your name? What's your comment?